Um, Also, anyone who wants to share high vibe content, or not even high vibe, just good TV shows, documentaries, I never have the time to watch them, or my attention span's really small. But right now, I'm like, I could go for some good shows. So I'm gonna do like some Gaia TV stuff, but also, yeah, Little Fires Everywhere. I just started watching it. It's good. It's good. And the new episode drops today for everyone who's watching. Okay, we're up, we're live on both. We have This Is Me playing, the Aries anthem that we all need right now. And good morning. Welcome to this our little impromptu morning gatherings here. It is day 4,962 of self-isolation. This morning show has been one of the highlights for me of this whole experience, just getting to meet some people, connect with people like my friend Jamie here, who I live far away from and who I want to see all the time, but time doesn't always allow for it. And Haley, oh, Haley's here. Oh my God, Jamie and Haley. I am surrounded. I love you guys. My Aries moons. Is Nina in here too? Oh, I love it. I love this group chat. Okay, so a group chat. Is this a group chat? I don't even know my own words. Okay, so today, we're gonna go over our weather report, our cosmic energy, our astrology report for the day, so we can stay in alignment. And then I'm gonna share, a little bit of some positive good news I found. And we're gonna pull some cards I think that will help us in terms of what we're going through astrologically. There's gonna be every day this week, we're going to be in with the Aries new moon coming, with the Aries new moon that just happened. We're still in the Aries new moon now, and every day is going to like stir up a certain part of our rebirth. So hi Nina. So today, the rebirth moment of Aries is really going to be about like the wounding and the opportunity for healing around our identities and our senses of self. We had talked about, in our new moon circle in the cosmic AF community, we've outgrown roles that we don't, especially roles we don't want to bring into this next chapter. And with the new moon, Chiron, the new moon is conjunct Chiron. So today, the energy of Chiron, which is the wounded healer, is going to feel really amplified in our subconscious emotional selves. And the Chiron energy for today, I'll then get into a little bit. I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. That's why we do the energy reports. So that way we don't walk around feeling like, internalizing that something is wrong with us. Astrology just gives us something, first of all, steady right now, and it gives us context. And it's just, to me, I love astrology because it's just kind of neutral. It's just, here's the weather. We don't have to overly dramatize it or attach stories to it. Yes, we get sad when it rains, but we don't think that we did something wrong. Or I hope not. If you think that, DM me. Well, we should chat because this energy of the weather today, I invite everyone to take some point today to kind of meditate on what I'm about to share on about our identities with ourselves, our identities as it relates to other people, and then our identities as it relates to being part of something bigger. So I'm going to get to that. But in a minute, checking in, how is everyone doing? How are we feeling? What's one word? We're the day out of the new moon right now. Yesterday, we went through the birth canal. We woke up. We were newborn babies. This is day 2 now, after the Aries new moon. And if you haven't had time to do your new moon ritual, then go for it today, honey. Okay. This is also potent Aries new moon energy. So making time for ritual, making time to go within, making some time to plant seeds of intention, to manifest, also to do any kind of fire rituals, really supported through today. Okay, so you guys let me know again, any way you're feeling, drop a word, drop an emoji. I'm all about the emojis lately, just emoji check in, drop an emoji how we're feeling right now. Um, I also wanted to offer up to our community just again, like we're gonna send out our email newsletter this week, and we have lots of good goodies in there. And we've been working on offerings for you guys for months and months, and now they all really like make sense, and they're definitely very needed. So we're gonna send our energy report out this week, our newsletter on Friday, with kind of like the tiers of offerings of things that we can do to support you. And our goal is to have something for every kind of level of time, energy that you can commit right now. Whether you're just like need a little positive energy boost, great. Here, this is a great place to do it. If you want a community for working with like moon energy and manifesting, we have that. And then if you're ready to use this energy to really step into leadership within your own life right now, or to really take your spiritual path or to take your business to the next level, we're going to have something for that too. So, okay. Oh my God. I love these emojis right now. I kind of want to give an emoji too of how I'm feeling. How do I can comment here. Okay. I'm going to give an emoji. Everyone's sharing an emoji with how we're feeling today. Okay. I am feeling, let's see. Okay, like this is kind of how I'm feeling. That's how I woke up. Like that's the flat emoji to me. I feel like just very like, and I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm just like, we're here. Okay. So, okay. Oh, cute. Oh, Haley with the whales. Always with the whales. So, oh, oh, very rude. The Instagram live just cut out. Okay, very rude, but I think our emojis just broke the internet. So we're coming back. Our little morning show. We're back. Technology is trying to bring us down. I think everyone just we just broke the internet with our little emoji sharing. I don't know, my app just glitched out. So we're back. We're back. So we're dropping our emojis to tune in to our collective energy right now. What's the emoji that represents your mood? Or you could do 3 emojis, mind, body, spirit right now. I put the flat emoji because I'm just kind of like present to all that is. But I will say my heart definitely has heart eye emoji right now because I went for a walk in the neighborhood, and this is why it was flat, because it was a positive and a negative. The trail that I've been using during this time to keep me totally centered, and I do my meditations and I do my witchy stuff on it, and I do my nature talks in the morning. The trail is closed. I found this out yesterday, but there's another side trail that I was like, ooh, I'll go to that one tomorrow. And that side trail was closed too. Definitely part of my chart that is more fiery wanted to sneak into the trail, but I'm also just trying to do my part and respect rules right now. So my inner rule breaker had to take a back seat. So we're dropping our emojis of how we're feeling mind, body, spirit right now. I'm not going to drop my emoji because it like broke the app last time I did it. But so yeah, the low of the morning was definitely my trail and my secret trail also being closed. But then the positive, and this is why Audrey, I think, is on this call right now. Audrey always knows that one of my mantras is my block is my blessing. When something doesn't work, it's the universe rerouting me. And I just had to go on all these random side streets that I didn't know this morning. And I found the most beautiful sidewalk art from these neighborhood children. And it was so beautiful. Actually, I was walking and a woman I guess I really do need human contact. This woman was way across the street, and I've been trying to smile at everyone on walks this morning and say, hi, how are you doing? It's, really important in the morning walks. Like, I'm definitely trying to be like, this is me walking. I'm like, hi, how are you, fellow human? But while maintaining like 8 to 10 feet away from them. Whereas normally, sometimes I am a little bit more inward, introspective in my morning walks. And so this woman who made eye contact, and she's like, you should go down, you turn a left here. There's something waiting for you. And I was like, what? From me? A present? Okay. And I went down to the left, and this neighborhood children had put all these beautiful sidewalk messages up. I put it on my personal Instagram at mad_juice. They were just cute. They were just saying things like, keep going, we're all in this together. It was really, really sweet and uplifting. So that definitely inspired me. One of my projects for today might be we are in Mercury day. It's Wednesday, ruled by Mercury. So I was like, I have some sidewalk chalk I just found. So I'm gonna go write some messages on my sidewalk because that shit was dope and it made me cry. Like I was just it was really beautiful. So that's how my morning's going. That's why I'm just like in the leveled off. Like I'm just in this neutral state of like things are weird are happening. Like the trail thing was like a metaphor. But then there's this beautiful moment that came out of it, which is like this other metaphor. So yeah, let me know your emojis. I love this. Okay, we have some sunflowers, happy flowers, alien, yin yang energy. Love it. Bee storm lizard, Dre Bay. We need to chat. What's happening with you that you have bee storm lizard going on? Love it. Okay, so like I said, we're going to talk about some Chiron and Aries energy for today that is going to be affecting us as the collective. And that's going to be the healing and wounding, or wounding and healing, hopefully that order, around our identity and our sense of self. But before I get into that, I'm trying to share some positive news here again with my like little morning show fantasy that I'm doing right now. This is like, Trevor Noah has a little thing floating next to his head. I want to share some positive news. I'm not going to like spend that much time on it because I'm not really like a news anchor. Also, side note, if anybody's been watching like Seth Meyers or Trevor Noah, it's really funny to watch everyone broadcast from home. It's nice to have that because I usually listen to those guys like in the morning while I'm like kind of tidying the kitchen and doing that kind of part of my day. And they're cracking me up. Anyone who films lives or films YouTube videos, it could be so awkward when you're doing it, and you feel so cringy, and you feel also like technology is hard, lighting, sound. And watching Seth Meyers and Trevor Noah trying to do this from home has made me feel so much better about myself because they are equally as awkward. They are equally as just like stumbling and trying to figure it out. So if anybody here is a creator or likes to film things and has felt bad or felt weird about it, again, Aries, Chiron and Aries, our identity, not wanting to be seen, watch these guys. It's so funny to watch them just like tell their jokes with like no laugh track, and then they're just, or no audience, and then they're just like, okay, anyway, what was I saying? And they like don't know how to sign off, and like the sound's all weird, and like the sun's in their eyes. It's just great. I don't know. I found that very, very healing personally. So again, with my little news floating thing here, my friend George Resch, who I've known for many years, he has a great, meme account, Tank Sinatra, and he has this other account, tanksgoodnews.com. So I've been trying to read from there and the Good News Movement, I think it's called. And the one thing came through, and I know we have Haley, I think is on the call, and she is Aries Sun, Pisces Moon. And in honor of her and my other Pisces Aries combos, we have some news from Rihanna here. I don't know how to film this on here, so I'm just figuring it out, everyone. There we go. I shared this in our stories, but Rihanna, Pisces Sun, Aries Moon, donates $5 million to coronavirus relief efforts. And I am obsessed with this. It's just like, it's going to direct relief, Partners in Health, Feeding America, the World Health Organization's solidarity response for COVID-19. And I just love this because I think a lot of us are watching this time and being like, yeah, all those like celebrities and certain athletes and all these people we pay so much money to, I think we're really starting to realize that like the people that we should be uplifting and idealizing and putting on a platform and paying well are people who are our healthcare workers and our teachers and our sanitation workers and all of that stuff that we've kind of said for a while, but now I feel like it's you can't argue it. It's just a fact now. We're seeing it like, okay, yes, obviously I value entertainment immensely and the arts, and I value, sports. I think definitely have a place for bringing people together, but it's just the balance has been like it's too off. And I think watching a lot of celebrities, et cetera, react during this time and just making like dancing videos on TikTok for us. And I'm like, bitch, we don't need dancing videos. We need you to use your wealth, privilege, power, and platform for the greater good right now. Um, that's my rant. That's my sassy rant. So when I see someone like Rihanna putting her money where her mouth is and just kind of staying quiet otherwise, this is bad bitch energy. She is an Aries moon. So not only is it good news, but yeah, I loop astrology back in there. This is the archetypal energy we have to work with during this season. I started off this live. I mean, it got cut off, but I was playing the This Is Me. I made an Aries playlist that I had last year, added some songs to it. And I was walking around this morning, dancing, listening to it. And I was just like, oh, I am just trying to invoke that bad bitch energy. Like, and bad bitch energy, it's this Rihanna is such a good archetype of this energy right now. It's like she's bad bitch, but she's also like, and she's a rich bad bitch, but she's using her money and her privilege and her power and just like her general hotness to fuel change and to fuel growth. So that's why that's my good news story from this morning. Rihanna, we want more of this. This is Pisces Sun, Aries Moon at its finest. And this is also my way of just calling out and throwing some shade to celebrities who aren't using their power, privilege, platform, or significant financial wealth to help others. And those who are doing it, we salute you. Bad gal RiRi. Love it. I love that we got to use her for our Pisces archetype, which is also in our Aries archetype because of her Aries moon. So that's my positive news. People out there are doing great things. There's so much to just celebrate and be in reverence to right now. And obviously, I'm going to come at you with those daily reminders because I need the reminders daily, frankly. Okay, so YouTube, no one's on here yet. So I'm going to be talking to my Instagram peeps. Okay, so we did our emoji sharing, which I really like. That might have to be in our morning practice of sharing our emojis for our mind, body, spirit connection. And then I wanted to talk a little bit now about, like this day, Wednesday, that we're in, March 25th, we are going to be feeling the Moon Chiron conjunction extra today. So this is my official coming on and just saying, everyone, be prepared. To quote Scar in Lion King, be prepared. Because it's just about preparation. It's about knowing how to navigate our emotional space as a way to look within, to reflect, to grow, not to internalize or think that something is wrong with us at the end of this is the end of all things. And a lot of this practice of being in quarantine is being so present with our emotions. I was talking about it with one of my clients yesterday, and she said it so beautifully. She's like, I can finally just be with my emotions because I'm not worried about like judgment from other people. I want to cry or I want to feel sad for a minute. And I'm like, yeah, who am I trying to impress? Who am I trying to shift myself for? And so again, this is another one of our quarantine self-isolation lessons is like, that's how we should always feel around our emotions. Like, who are we trying to impress? Who cannot handle our emotions? This is more Aries energy coming through. Okay. Yeah. Thank you guys. Oh, hi, Abby. Hi, Jessica. Thank you guys for always validating my little pop culture tangents. So, okay, this is not, this looks sketchy, but it is kind of sketchy. It's this really weird vitamin C blend that I made. Chiron and Aries. Okay, let's attack this. Audrey knows I love breaking things down into numbers and into ways of digesting big, high concept, big issues that are happening in astrology and within us into like steps. So we're going to look at Chiron and Aries, just 3 things to reflect on for today. So first, Chiron and Aries, number 1, just this, our relationship with ourself, our identity. This is huge right now. I don't know anybody that I have talked to, anybody on this goddess's green earth that isn't having some sort of moment of reflection with their identity and their sense of self right now. So Chiron and Aries, Chiron is the wounded healer, and in Aries, the sign that's associated with the me, the I am energy, we're really being asked to look at like, okay, where is this making me doubt my sense of self? And this can be happening on a few different levels. So I guess one of the first examples is if you're like always working and you associate yourself with just who you are within the constructs and prescriptions of like prescribed motions of your everyday life. Without those things, we have a whole new sense of self coming out. Also, um, your identity is obviously very wrapped up in your work. So if you're working from home or your work's on a hiatus or just looks so different right now, that could be shaking your identity, your sense of self. If you've had to move back home with your family, or like if you're in a childhood home or you're in any home where you don't have autonomy or sovereignty, this could definitely be shaking your sense of self. This is my hashtag quarantine movement of like, or like movement, just like a thought I had this morning of like, how many of us are regressing to our teenage selves in certain moments right now? And in that, there is a healing opportunity, of course, which I will get to. Um, or maybe there's this quarantine, you're being forced to spend time alone a lot, and maybe that's something you've avoided. Like maybe you've avoided spending time with yourself for a very long time because you were scared of what would come up, or just maybe you weren't even doing it consciously, but like now maybe you're being forced to be alone with yourself, and that can be intense, especially if you're new to this. So we have a sense of self. So Chiron in Aries today with a sense of self was just the relationship me. So I want us all to just meditate on, um, where are the parts of myself that I have been either hiding or I've been shameful about, or I like have been trying to cover up with something else, like slapping a label on something like, maybe my relationships aren't where I want them to be. Um, so instead of dealing with them, I've thrown all of my identity into my work. Or maybe my identity is that I never settled down in one spot. I'm a world traveler and now I'm just home. Like, what does that mean for me? And I want you to begin to think about today the parts of your identity, and this is a good meditation to think about your younger self. What are just the parts of you that are you, that are infinite, that don't go away? They're just in your makeup and they are not influenced and they are not contingent on the outside world. So, are you compassionate? Are you good at problem solving? Are you organized? Are you creative? And just tuning into those frequencies, and maybe tuning into frequencies of that you thought that you had when you were younger and you don't have them anymore, and see if maybe they exist somewhere within you. So this is a good time to bust out some old photos or look at things that bring on a nostalgia in you. I watched Clueless last night, which is just amazing. That movie really holds up for me. I mean, there were some problematic parts, TBH, but in terms of like just the vibe and the energy of it, I was really feeling it. But it really brought me back to watching that movie when it came out when I was in like seventh grade, and all the parts of me that like the movie brought out of me that I really loved, and all the things in me that are still there. And I was just like meditating on that a lot before I went to bed last night, and I woke up this morning, and I kind of just had this like gleeful little moment with my younger seventh grade self, and we laughed together, and we had a moment of like, wow, like like you're still in there, and actually like now like grown up, 35-year-old Maddie has done a lot of things to like build a life that feels really good to you because you were witchy and you were weird and you also like, but also like you love pop culture and like getting dressed up and some of the girly things and you didn't really know how to navigate all of that and like we've arrived in this place and that's pretty cool. And it felt good. So there's something. I mean, and there's, I mean, I've done a lot of inner child and a lot of inner preteen teen healing. Um, but just things that bring you back to different states and bring you back to some of those things in your identity, um, which maybe again we're just being faced with for the first time in a long time. So okay, Degrassi, I love it. Childhood toy. Okay, yeah, the inner child connection is really important because a lot of our inner child is just who we are. Like we kind of change it and we kind of manipulate it and mold it and try and like prune it and edit it and Instagram filter it into something else. But I think that is a beautiful Chiron and Aries invitation. And the other part of the I in the Chiron Aries like thought for today is also going to be about like some people are really slowing down right now. Their work is slowing down or it feels different or they're spending more time at home. Maybe that's your case, but maybe you're on the other side and you've already been doing some inner work and maybe you are a counselor or a healer or a teacher or, an instructor or something, an astrologer. And maybe your work is actually ramping up right now as people are kind of coming to you for guidance. So there's also the Chiron and Aries is like, where can I show up more? Where can I be seen? Where can I craft my offering to really match my inner world and what the outer world needs and not have like, not be hesitant in that and be really completely like headstrong leader energy into this next chapter. How can I show up really authentically right now? Not out of fear, not out of lack mentality, not out of like scrambling to, throw together an offer that is not aligned for your community, but really, and also if if you're kind of in between these two worlds, and you've been wanting to make a shift to bringing more of your like conscious practices, more of your true energy into your workplace, into your industry, into your practice, this is a great day to reflect on like what does that look like in practice? What does that look like? How can I do that? As Chiron and Aries with the new moon right now is like, yeah, it's time to show up really fully as you are, as the leaders that we need, and to not let that woundedness of like what will other people think, or that this is, something unique or strange, or I won't be taken seriously, or that I'm not good enough, I'm not ready. Like it might all bubble up today. It might have been bubbling up, but it's bubbling up so that you can look at it and address it and kind of really detach yourself from the old stories and make room for the new way. So this is Chiron and Aries in the self. So it's definitely a day where I invite everyone just to do some reflection on yourself and how you show up in the world and where are any of the invisible like tethers or bonds that you find that are holding you back. And also know this is a great time of great community. So obviously we have our community here, our little morning circles. Within this cosmic revolution, we have community, but there's community out there for you. And community, which leads me to my next point, is how we can find healing for the identity, which seems maybe counterintuitive, but finding community of people who have your back, support you, people who are a few steps ahead of you, who have done the same thing, the same transition, gone out on their own. It's so life giving and it's so like having the training wheels, especially when you're stepping into your own identity for the first time. So maybe setting an intention around joining or finding a community that can hold this space for you as we move on from the wounds of our collective, like Chiron and Aries. So, bringing me to the second point is the Chiron and Aries also affects the me as it relates to you. Um, so, like I said, this is a time to find great communities to support you right now. But Chiron and Aries, we look in astrology, especially in Chiron, we look to the opposite sign of how we heal the wound. So if Chiron is in Aries right now, conjunct the moon, we look at the opposite sign of Aries of how we can have more information, more fuel, more wisdom, more tools to heal that Chiron and Aries wound. Opposite Aries lives Libra. So any Libras in here, let me know. But your medicine, really helpful with this right now. But the Libra lessons of partnership, seeing ourselves in someone else, seeing a reflection in someone else of our true self. This is why community is great. This is why working with a healer or a counselor or a coach or a mentor, why it helps. I resisted working with a coach for so long. I don't know, maybe it's my Irish like struggle mentality that I had to do it on my own. That's very ancestral, or maybe it was just like financial, there's so many reasons. The second I started working with a coach in my business, my whole business changed because she just held up a mirror to me like this. I'm like, this is who you are. This is what you're meant to be doing. And I'm going to give you a little bit of guidance and clarity, but really just like validation. That's why I like the sacred witness. It's so important when we share working with, again, like the role of the shaman is just to be present with someone else, to hold space for them and their own healing. Like a healer never heals you. A good healer never tries to. A good healer just holds impeccable space for your own healing and holds a space for you for a new potential, a new possibility, a new way of being for you in your own life. Okay. So, any healers out there talking about how they heal this person and heal that and all these miracles and transformations, that is some charlatan work. That is some snake oil salesman because healers don't heal people. Healers just hold a space for profound healing to happen within the individual. So that's in Chiron and Aries, truth bomb for you. And then the other Libra medicine is justice. Libra is justice. Libra is the balancing, the bringing things back into, the scales of justice, back into balance, back into harmony. We're going through a state of this definitely harmony, disharmony, repair, like disrepair, repair, repeat, like right now within our collective. But this thing of like harmony and balance and justice being really important to heal the Chiron and Aries, because when we can look outside of ourselves, okay, this is just the formula. It's like me, the Chiron and Aries. I'm nervous to show up in my true identity. I'm nervous to show up in the world. I'm nervous to put out that new offering, a new website. I'm nervous to start that initiative at work. I'm nervous to, take leadership within my home and family over being like, a more spiritual positive influence, whatever these things that we're feeling called to do. When we look at how it affects the collective, how it affects justice, how it might help us create a better world for everyone, especially like our marginalized communities and the people in our society that like have been so put on the fringe for so long, like how we can bring awareness and acceptance and rights and income and privileges back to those people. We can get out of our own head a little bit because then it's not really about the me in the self-centered way. It's about the I as the leader that can invoke change for the greater good. And so we want to look out of our side of ourselves. So if you're feeling nervous, be of service. One of my things that I say at my events, it's like if you're feeling nervous about putting something out in the world, really tune in with like, where is this coming from? Who is this helping? What good can I do with this day? Who am I here to serve? How can I do it? How can I be a source? Like this I energy, I keep going like this in all my sessions and all of my groups because this is about alignment. And the I energy of Aries is very much about alignment. And I, just as a letter, is like a perfect alignment. Alignment, 1111 is a sacred number because that's about alignment of like going through a portal of change when we see that number. It's about like getting, whenever someone sees 1111, get your mind, get your mantra ready because 1111 is a number you see that we're activating a portal. And so you want to make sure your thoughts are in alignment because what you see in those moments is like manifesting. And what you think in those moments is manifesting. So the I energy and the 1111 are all things about alignment. And alignment is like all this Aries bad bitch energy we're talking about. It's not about like me per se. So think about the letter me or the words me. those are kind of like imbalanced and weird and up and down. And when we focus on the me, that's like the more egoic. And there's nothing wrong with ego. I love my ego, but like that's just a place of like, what can I get out of the situation? What can me? What's in it for me? Okay, we want to move into the I, and the I is alignment, and that's like I am here for a greater purpose. I am here to be a vessel, a channel. The, the I is the vessel. It's like the shoot down. It's like I am here as just a channel for healing energy and love and compassion to work through me. And so with this, the you and me energy, the I energy of Chiron and Aries, we look to Libra, we look to justice, we look to someone holding space for us to help heal that wound of being able to step into our true self, our true power, our true, most like deepest, authentic I energy. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. So just thinking about the I, staying in alignment, staying in like, always, 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 how can this be for the greater good? How can this be for the good of all or none at all? How can I just anything that I want to do in life, that I want to gain, anything that I want to grow with, how can I use that to give back, to be part of something bigger than myself? So that's the Chiron and Aries medicine of today, casually, no big deal. And then the third part of Chiron and Aries that might come up for today and to meditate on is just um, the I am, like the infinite part of our identity, the part of our identity that's attached to everything. This is crown chakra. This is a moment that we're kind of in right now because we feel, even though we're socially isolating and distancing and staying home and washing our hands and not being racist, we are also remembering, like, wow, like we're so connected. Like, we're here, you're feeling something, I'm feeling something. Like, something happened halfway across the planet, now it's affecting the whole planet. Like, we're all in a space together. So it's a reminder during Chiron and Aries, like, I am, but also like, I am connected to everything, the trees, the moon, my neighbors, and this lack of like separation around the I. Again, it just also fuels the healing of our identity. Like, tuning into that frequency heals our identity, because there's something about understanding how connected you are to all things that weirdly liberates you to be yourself, your freakiest, weirdest self. Because it's just like, if I'm connected to all things, then I'm never alone. Alone, the word all one. I am all one. I'm never alone. I am connected to something. So therefore, I'm always supported, I'm held, and therefore there's probably always someone out there who's very much on my same page, very much on my same wavelength. And also, when I meditate and go within, I'm meditating and healing the energy around me and that I'm connected to. When I stand up in my identity and be who I am, it's healing for the collective. So, do we see how this is the three aspects? So, definitely today, with the all one, like really tuning into that part, a great meditation for today, for this Chiron and Aries healing. And again, it goes longer than today, but today it's just going to feel more amplified. It's like one of my healers, my personal healers, um, whenever I needed to be like grounded and expansive at once, she would just have me do like the I am mantra. So, of course, throughout the day, with our first part of the Chiron and Aries, our inner child, our inner preteen, inner teen healing, we could think of some of those words, and then we could bring in words that feel safe to us. I am secure. I am held. I am safe right now. These feel really good to us. But also just doing I am. I am, I am, I am that I am. I am, I am, I am that I am. There's these mantras that I am is like one of the most powerful frequencies we can say. And by saying that mantra, it just attunes us to a much higher frequency. It's a mantra, it's sound, it's universal sound, and it brings us much higher in our sense of self. I am, I am, I am. All that I am, I am. I am, I am, I am. All that I am, I am. And it's like, it's very, again, like if you've never worked with mantras in the beginning, you're like, why am I just saying random ass words and sounds? It, This is frequency, baby. This is frequency. This is getting sounds, vibrations up to a different level. So I invite you, if nothing else today, if nothing of these other invitations speak to you, I am, I am, I am. All that I am, I am, I am. And there's different versions of it. This is just one that I have. I just walk around sometimes with my feet on the pavement to that rhythm inside me. Um, so that is your Chiron and Aries breakdown for the day. The you, who you are, your identity, how it feels right now, how it's shifting, what's coming out of it, what's the truth in it, what maybe do you want to be more in your truth with, and then the Chiron and Aries I and the you, and how that can help heal these wounds through a sacred mirror and a partner, um, or through looking outside of ourselves. How can our I be used for the we and for justice and for bringing more equality and more equanimity and more just fairness into the world? And then also the I am that's connected to all things. I am, all that I am. And just tuning into those today, especially if anything arises in you that feels like it is, yeah, like more draining on your sense of identity. If you feel yourself shook or you feel yourself like, who am I? To quote Zoolander, like, who am I? These are great things to begin to look at. And really, I invite you, if you have something you want to share with the world and you've been hiding for some reason, I invite you just to begin to set the intention this Aries season of like the world needs who I am. The world needs who I am. Like, please, when you can DM me if you want help with this, navigating this, if this strikes a chord with you or you want more information. I've been speaking and doing astrology consultations and readings with so many amazing people right now who are kind of using this moment with the tectonic plates of the earth have been shifted, and arising out of that is something that's been blooming within them this whole time, but it needed this shift, this crack, this rupture, this moment of rapture to really bloom and to see it and to be like, okay, this is real. And it's been very profound for me to watch, truly. So that's that, y'all. Okay, so I am. Also, side note about I am, it's a very powerful word. Like I said, it's one of the most powerful mantras. So just be aware of your words at the very least, just making sure we're not saying I am with anything negative attached to it. We can feel things in the moment, it's a frequency. So just an example, instead of saying I am tired, you go to say, I feel tired in this moment because you are not tired. In the core of your existence, you are not tired. You are the full life and breath of the cosmos working through you. You're not tired. You feel tired right now. Or again, like financially, like, no, I never say, I blank broke. I never say those words together. I can say, ooh, I need to be smart with my financial resources right now. 'Cause I am is a powerful spell, okay? I am. So just being mindful of that. Okay. Yes, Lady Ra Ra Ra, please DM me. Okay. So um I'm just gonna end it here with I just want everyone to breathe into the I am a little bit, like just breathing through that. I've been recording some content yesterday and today for our YouTube that can support you in feeling empowered. I'm doing an astrology of, like, of the current moment right now for YouTube. And also I'm gonna do an embodied health meditation for Aries season. I did an embodied health meditation for Obey Fitness, and it really felt good to me. And it felt like what we needed right now. And Aries season rules ahead. So it's going to be like a 10-minute meditation where we can tune into the perfection, the health, the wisdom of our bodies. And also, we're going to work with some head energy. Um, so that's coming up. And yeah, just make sure you're signed up for our email newsletters. If you're not, we have lots of juicy bits and lots of good astrological and self-care advice and just fun offerings. we are going to be doing a free webinar this Friday, which we'll be sending out today. It's going to be a live training on some steps of like how to come into more of this visionary energy, this I am energy in your life, in your work. And if this feels like something that calls to you, definitely make sure you're on our email newsletter. Okay, so let's just breathe into it. I'm just going to do 3 breaths of I am, and I'm just going to say I am. But you can choose in your own mind to attach like a word or a mantra or something that you want to hold on to today, that you want to breathe in. You could just say, I am cosmic, because that's always a good one. I am grounded. I am safe. I am provided for. I am present, whatever you want to do. So just gonna close your eyes here. I'm just gonna take 3 deep breaths as a group, as a collective, before we go into the next phase, the next chapter of our day. So just breathing in, I am, and then exhaling off. You can say your word or just sitting in your I am. Inhaling, I am. Exhaling, letting it integrate. Inhaling, I am. Exhaling, sitting in that, feeling that, feeling the power that comes back to you with that I am energy. Sending you all love. Definitely check out our stories. We have a Bad Bitch playlist on Spotify for everyone to listen to today as you do your I am work. Remember that within each and every one of you is a sacred, badass bitch just waiting to get out, fuck up some shit in this world. Pardon me if you're listening to this with children, and do some good for the greater collective, but also get laid and get paid while you're doing it. So, sending you all lots and lots of love, lots of juicy blessings. I will see you again here tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then Friday, we have a special guest, my cousin, who's a doula, is coming on to share some advice for my pregnant mama Sydney. Okay? So stay blessed, stay healthy, wash your hands, don't be a racist. Okay, bye everyone. All right, bye everyone.